Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day so far and hope we're about to make it better. And I'm excited for today's episode.
Me too.
I've been fully feeling in the summer spirit. We love these seasonal episodes. They're becoming quite the staple. We're going to talk about summer today, our summer bucket list, curating the perfect summer, things of that nature. And we're going to get into it.
I can't wait. Love summertime.
Same.
Favorite season. Always will be.
Always will be.
Yeah.
It is just, I was just reading about summer and like words associated with summer. And they were all positive. Not one bad thing to say about summer. No one has anything bad to say about summer.
There are different reasons for the seasons. And I think it's fun when fall rolls around. There's different, it's like, you can like nest more and be more cozy. I think there's a lot of fun things about all the seasons, but specifically summer just brings the good vibes. It's just sunshine, happiness. That's how I feel, at least.
I was trying to find, when I was Googling like summer, just, the origins of summer and like things associated with summer, and the words that were associated with summer were like bright, happiness, joy, togetherness, connected. And then it was like, it went through the other seasons. It was like fall, dread, something like
awesome.
All the words were so negative.
Literally seasonal depression.
Yeah.
Like, awesome.
I was like, okay, well.
Yeah. You know what? I think we've talked about this. Kenzie Elizabeth has said that she has like the opposite. She has like summertime sadness, like summertime blues.
Really?
Some people get that. Yeah.
Summertime sadness. I can see that. Anytime you're expected to feel a certain way, I'm going to cover up my skirt if you're watching YouTube today, because I don't want anyone to get
giving
a
a free show.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to get a peek.
Yeah, if everyone's like, summer's the happiest time of the year, and then you're not feeling,
makes you even more sad.
True. There shouldn't be the expectation, but I do think just in general, usually, quite literally, the weather or like the brightness of it does help sometimes, because it's easy when it's gloomy to feel a little bit more down or like low energy.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this summer. I feel like, this is going to be a different summer for me than as I was prepping for this episode, which we can get into.
It's not the classic
things.
It's
not the classic things that I guess I probably would share every other
It's year. Fun.
But it'll be a different summer.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Before we get into the summer thing, I was Googling what makes getting into bed so amazing, and what makes that. Have you ever gotten to bed and you're tired and it's been like a long day and you literally like smile?
Oh, every day of my life.
And
it's the best feeling in the world.
Get all cozy. I literally was about to fall asleep. I got into bed. I was like smiling and I was like, that's such an interesting, like fun jolt of joy that I get. And so I Googled it. I'm like, what's the science behind this? As I do all the time. I'm just constantly learning things. No. I really was just curious about what that phenomenon is. And they call it a happiness attack.
Which is cuteness aggression.
Yeah. And I didn't really find a good reason. They were like, because it feels cozy. I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. I was just like wondering if there was, I don't know, something more to it. There's not, but
that is one of the best feelings in the entire world, especially after a long day when you're just like, or bonus points if you've like showered, dried your hair, done your skincare, you're in like a clean pajama set.
If your feet hurt.
Yeah, and you get in bed and you're just like, oh, this is the best
so good
feeling ever. Into clean sheets, bonus.
And you have like big sheets so you can just like pull them up right up to your face. Oh, it feels so good.
You know what? Speaking of summer, I got some linen bedding and I love it.
Really?
Yeah. I have been sleeping on like cotton sheets for a while, which I love my sheets too, but I've been thinking about switching over to linen for the summertime just because it's like very light and breathable and it's beautiful as well. Like I just like the way it looks. But I've always been worried that it'd be like too not soft enough, because I feel like sometimes when I touch it, I'm like linen in general, it's like a little more scratchy, and I'm just such a like texture person. I feel like things on my body like literally have to be the perfect texture. I can't deal.
I feel that.
And so especially with bedding. I'm like, I can't be sleeping in bedding that I find like scratchy.
Yeah.
But I bought some and I love it. You probably have to buy obviously like the right, maybe kind of linen, like a washed, whatever it's called, like washed Belgian linen or something. But I'm loving the way it feels.
Nice.
I feel like it just feels very like breathable, but it's soft still. And I don't know. I love it.
I think the reason I have linen on my bed, and I think the reason I like it so much is because you can have a lot packed on you. So it's like the feeling of
like the weight of it.
Yes, but it's not hot.
Yeah. Wow. We just kind of ate with that one. Can I use some of that lip gloss?
Yeah, I did get the Rode viral phone case, everybody. Okay. And I love it so far.
How is it? How long have you had it?
1 day.
Oh, okay.
But I literally got it for the podcast. It is a little bulky, like this part, but it's kind of nice to hold it. It almost acts as a little hand hold thing, a grip, maybe.
It's really cute. It's very ingenious.
It is.
I love the concept of it. Obsessed.
I'm always, when we're podcasting, halfway through, I'm always feeling like my lips are getting dry. I feel like my lips just absorb my product so quick. And so I'm like, sometimes I watch other podcasters and their lip gloss looks amazing the whole time. Mine looks good for 5 seconds and then it just turns into the Sahara Desert like super fast. So I'm always wanting to grab this.
Mine also, my lips dry up, like just
absorb it all.
Absorb gloss so fast too. I'm always thinking about that.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's very interesting. Is it like the concept of, the more you put on, the more it's kind of like,
Maybe.
You put lotion on and then your skin gets more dry. So you have to put more lotion on, something like that. Because I'm a lip gloss girly. I put on lip balm a lot.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I know. It just feels good. It's fun to do.
We've got so many good options these days too. I feel like a lot of good brands have like
great
lip glosses
lip
and
stuff.
balms. Yeah.
Lip treatments, lip salves, lip gloss, salves. I don't know,
but I love it all.
Yeah.
Give it to me, Rachel. Except actually don't and stop making more lip products because we're good at this point.
Yeah.
Like we've got
but
the
I'll
brands.
always buy one.
But I'll buy it. But like we've got the brands we need.
Yeah.
Like we're good.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a really good idea for a different type of applicator or something like that.
like this.
Yeah, or something like that. Like that's cool. But if it's not, then
you're not cool.
We don't care. If you are trying to get your finances in order in any way, if you're trying to have a financially responsible girl summer, you need Rocket Money. This is one of my favorite sponsors because this app has really enhanced and improved my actual life and saved me money, which is all you can ask for. If you have, I think we all do, we have these little subscriptions that we sign up for. Maybe they're not even little, maybe they're big. And you sign up for something because you want a free trial of it or whatever, and then you forget about it. And 6 months later, you have poured hundreds of dollars into this app or this thing that you don't even use at all. And I feel like that just starts to really add up, obviously, and drain your bank account. You are probably spending more than you think on your subscriptions every month. Over 74% of people have subscriptions that they've forgotten about, including me. I am definitely in that percentage. So thanks to Rocket Money, you're no longer wasting money on the ones that you forget about. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings.
With Rocket Money, you have full control over your subscriptions and a clear view of your expenses, so you can see all your subscriptions in one place. And if you see something you don't want, Rocket Money can help you cancel with just a few taps, which is so nice, so seamless. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%, which is so great. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll deal with the customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. That's rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. Again, rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. I did get, when I opened my door to check my packages, my front door, I had a package from Rode and a package from Rare Beauty right next to each other. The girls are fighting. I was like, ooh. It is weird though. I almost took a picture and posted it. I'm like, What if they see it? Because I was going to be like,
probably
ooh, look, Selena and Haley.
We have
They're
not
like,
talked
can you
about,
guys drop that, please? They're fine.
I know. They're like,
She's literally
cool.
pregnant with a child.
We have not talked about the fact that
No.
Hailey Bieber is pregnant on the podcast.
No, I
which is
can't believe
shocking.
that, actually.
No, me
well, I
neither.
can believe it because we've been batching.
Yeah. I mean, it's very old news at this point, but can't wait to see more pregnancy content from her. Like even just the little photo dumps. I'm like, oh, this is so fun.
I know.
So fun to see.
It's so crazy. I'm so happy for them. Truly. They're so cute. And I cannot wait to see. They haven't announced their gender, right? Everyone's assuming.
Not at this point.
Yeah.
What do they assume?
They assume it's a girl.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Because she, people on the internet, they just
because of
take
like an
everything.
emoji or something?
Yeah. Well, because she was like a little cherry blossom in there. And like, a girl. So it's a girl. I don't know.
If anything, I feel like it would be the opposite. Like she'd be like, oh, people might assume it's a girl, so I'll post that. And then it'll be a boy.
True.
Maybe by the time this is out, because it'll be weeks later, then
maybe we'll never know.
True.
I hope we do, though.
I wonder how much they'll share of like just everything.
I know.
The name and, I wonder if they'll be very like posting about their baby or just kind of keep it private.
You never know. Celebrities.
Sophia Richie had her baby.
I know. I saw that.
So cute. Well, I haven't seen a photo, but
so cute. I'm sure she's
the name
cute.
is cute. Everything, if it's Eloise, I feel like that fits
so cute.
her very, just
Lux vibes.
Yes. I feel like it's giving rich and that tracks.
Yeah.
No, but that's such a cute name and it's just like so classic.
She has such a rich last name. Granger.
No, quite literally Richie.
Well, yeah,
also.
Richie and Granger. Like they're just
Grange.
like rich. Oh, it's Grange? Oh, well, that's also.
Like Hermione Granger.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. It's just such like rich people vibes.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Isn't her husband's name like Elliot too or something? Mm-hmm. I feel like Sophia, Elliot, they're all.
Yeah.
It's all giving.
Rich.
We got money, honey.
It's all giving Lux.
Yeah.
It's all giving. They got an extra fridge in their garage.
Oh, for sure. Stocked.
With drinks.
Uh-huh.
Did you have one of those growing up?
Of course not.
Me either.
Actually, you know what?
Now we do. Now my parents do, of course, after the older kids moved out.
I'm trying to think if we maybe at one point did. I don't think we did. I know Leif's family did. I always talk to him about that.
I know.
I'm always like, when I saw your cereal cabinet and your like extra fridge in your garage, I said,
I'm marrying rich.
and now I'm marrying rich. I'm marrying into an estate.
I'm thinking about the future of my children.
Because they'd have like Dr. Pepper and like all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I know that ain't cheap.
Yeah.
But
if
Leif
they had
says,
Gushers, if they had Captain Crunch.
yeah, so I was going to say like the nicer, like it's, sugary
Reese's
cereals.
Puffs. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Leif's like, no, my mom was literally a coupon girly. Like she just would like buy a bunch of cereal when it was on sale. And I'm like, I know, but
Still.
I never had like those types of cereals at my house.
Never.
Ever. What kind of cereal comes to mind when you think of like your household?
Trader Joe O's. Or like O's. Or like Wheats.
O's are the literal best cereal in the world, though.
They are so good. Like wheat.
I was going to say
shredded wheat.
That's what I think of, like shredded wheat, Special K, like Raisin Bran, Grape Nuts. Like those are the vibes.
Grape nuts. I actually love grape nuts.
I love a grape nut. What is a grape nut? Literally a piece of
They're
wheat.
really high in iron. They're really high in iron.
Maybe I should eat some because you know how people say sometimes like if you're pregnant and then you like crave dirt, then you're like low in something.
You were craving dirt?
I ate some.
I didn't.
I'm kidding. New scandal unlocked.
I ate dirt.
No, but with our house being like doing some obviously been
Where
doing
is this
construction
going?
and stuff. No, listen. I just like they'll be like mixing up concrete and so they'll be like wet like dirt and concrete and I'm like it smells so good.
Yeah.
I've always actually loved the smell of like rain and dirt and like wet. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I've always loved that smell.
Wet sidewalk.
But yes, I think it's like unlocked a new like Leif and I were at this like little what's it called like greenhouse the other day and they had like I think just watered the plants so it smelled like kind of dirt.
Yeah.
Like wet dirt, mud, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like love that smell so much I want to eat it. Like I don't know how else to explain that I want to actually eat that mud. And then I'm like
leaves you for 2 seconds. He goes back. You're like,
I realized mud all over her face.
I am sure.
No. But I was thinking, I'm like, oh, does that mean I'm like iron deficient or something. So maybe I need some grape
Maybe.
nuts. But also,
Did you get your blood tested?
Yeah, I got my blood
Yeah.
work done, and I'm not deficient in anything. So maybe it's just an ongoing. Like I've literally always loved that
Yeah.
smell. You know, people love the smell of like paint or something. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, the fresh. I think with our house being done, like some of the smells.
New house.
Yeah,
smell.
I'm like, oh, it smells so
Fresh
good.
paint, I will say, like in a new house, that hits.
It hits. I mean, it's probably not good to be. The other day they were like priming.
When you're pregnant, you're like,
no, literally, they're like priming stuff. I walked in, it was like so. I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't be in here, so I didn't because I'm like, there's literally chemicals and like paint in here.
Probably.
But for the brief moment, it was ecstasy.
I know.
Kidding. No, it did smell good
Trying
though.
to get
But
a whiff.
seriously, the concrete is like really
concrete.
New craving unlocked. Concrete.
Craving. New craving.
I'm serious.
Foaming at the mouth for concrete.
I'm like, oh, I'll just come over and check out how things going.
I
I'm
actually
like,
never heard that as a pregnancy craving. Concrete.
that's a new one. I'm just like always in the backyard while they're mixing it up. They're like, okay.
Like trolling. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Any pregnancy updates, any house updates that you need to inform us on?
No, nothing that'll be timely. I'm just an ogre, as we've established, that I literally snore now and eat concrete. But no, I'm honestly feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I really am. I
look
feel
great.
like, thank you. I'm in good spirits. I actually have loved coming to podcasts because it's kind of something to like get me out of the house, get a little more dressed up.
Yeah, it's nice.
And like have a plan of doing something. The house is coming along great. We're kind of getting down to the final details, which people warned me. It's like, you know, sometimes things are really slow in the beginning. You're like getting permits and things are slow, and then it starts going really fast. And then towards the end, it kind of slows down again. And I feel like we're about to get to the point where it's going to like kind of slow down again, where there's just tons of tiny details, things we need to order, things we need to think about. And yeah, but it's very exciting. I will say, like, seeing the vision come to life has been so fun and rewarding, because I just feel like for months it's been like, okay, I hope this all looks good. Like, just pouring money and time and energy into something that like you're not seeing anything. It's like,
yeah, you're not seeing the benefits yet.
yeah, ordering all the doors and windows, being like, I hope it looks good. Like ordering tile, floors, wood, everything, and just being like, oh, I hope this all looks good together. So to see it being physically in front of us and having it look like what we envisioned is like really, really fun.
Yeah.
And it is actually extremely like rewarding, and I'm already so proud of just like how it's turning out, because I was realizing just like how much time and energy we have truly poured into this.
Seriously.
And it's a lot. Like, you know, only Leif and I really know like the extent of like what we have given to this house. Like our time, our money, our love, our vision. And like my mom has helped a ton too, but we're not working with a designer or anything. So it's like, it's all us. Like it's me, Leif, and my mom making these decisions and putting things together and like hoping that it just works out. And even my mom doesn't live nearby, so like I'll send her photos and stuff, but I feel like ultimately it's like, I'm putting it, you know, like I'm the one looking at the stuff being like,
you have to be the one to decide.
yeah, like hope it looks good together and stuff. And I'm not an interior designer. So like sometimes there have been moments where I've been like, I just hope this all, like I hope these finishes look nice together, because I've never done this before.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that being said, like just seeing it all come together has been like so amazing already.
I feel like when I go there next, it's going to be so shocking.
Yeah.
Because it looks good in pictures. So I know it looks 10 times better in person.
Yeah. It
like
looks
houses
really
that are beautiful in pictures, when you actually are in the house or you're in the place, it's like so much better. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring the show. We love Squarespace. It has literally been such a tool for us in all of the businesses that we've done together, separately. I have used Squarespace in so many different ways, and we're just obsessed with them. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. So whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. They have so many different features which make running your business on Squarespace so easy, seamless, and also helps you grow your business. You can have an online store where you can sell products, whether they're physical, digital, service products. Squarespace has the tools that you need to be selling online.
They also have email campaigns, so you can drive sales and engage your audience with Squarespace email campaigns, easily collect email subscribers on your site, and build connections and repeat business through regular email updates. You can introduce your brand to new subscribers with welcome emails, and there's built-in analytics that measure the impact of every send. Analytics just in general are obviously super insightful and valuable for your business. So you can learn where your site visits are coming from, where your sales are coming from, analyze which channels are the most effective, and ultimately improve your website and build a marketing strategy based on like top keywords that people are searching or just most popular products that people are clicking on. It's really good information to have. Squarespace really just does it all. Also, they have so many beautiful website templates that just make it so easy. You don't have to be an expert in creating a website or coding. You can kind of just go in with your content, the photos that you want to use, and just input all of it, and it looks so professional and user-friendly. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/whatwesaid to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That is squarespace.com/whatwesaid. Yeah, it feels like every decision that we made that was like, should we go for it and do this? Like, it just feels like everything has been worth it. Like,
yeah, that's good.
To raise the ceilings was like one of the most expensive parts and things that I was like, should we do it? Like,
and wasn't it something that took a lot of time too for like permits and stuff? Like, wasn't that something?
Yeah, that was something that definitely took time to get permits for, and just I knew in my heart that it would be worth it, but it was also just really expensive, and I was just like, is that something that we really want to splurge on? And like, I am so happy that we did it. Like, it makes the house feel 10 times bigger to have those ceilings vaulted and have those beams, and like it just like we added this huge skylight, and I'm just like, I am so happy with our decisions so far. Like, I'm so glad with everything that we decided. Let's just go for it.
Yeah.
And so it's just been so fun.
You know what? Something that probably has I keep hitting this microphone, has helped you like gain knowledge of what exactly you want in your house and like have such good taste in home stuff is how much you've traveled and like stayed in like Airbnbs or stayed in different places. Cause I feel like that more than anything, like you can look on Pinterest. Yeah. Like being somewhere and being like, you walk into an Airbnb or like a place you're staying in a different country and being like, oh, I love like even the skylight. Like I wouldn't even think of that. But like if you've walked somewhere, you've seen houses, you've been in houses where it's like, oh my gosh, I love that this has like a skylight right here. Like I love that these have these beams right here at the backyard or something like that.
Yeah. That's an interesting point. I haven't even really like clocked that, but I feel like it definitely is true just in our inspiration. Like we pull from a lot of like anytime I go to a hotel or an Airbnb and I like something a lot, I will take a photo of it and like think about it. And for example, like there have been certain hotels we go to where there's like a shelf above or like right below the mirror in the like main bathroom for you to like set stuff on. And it's so nice. And I'm like, I need that in my future bathroom because I can set like my camera on it or my phone and film really easily, which for my job is like, that really
very
is
important.
so nice.
Yeah.
And you can also set like, cute things on it too, but like as decor, but things like that. It's like really nice to do that. And I think for our house, there's been a lot of different things that we've pulled inspiration from that I love. Like we're just trying to, I don't know, like our wood floors are from a Scandinavian company and they're very like Scandinavian. They're like, they're similar to a lot of places that we stayed in Denmark and stuff. But then our kitchen tile is terracotta and it feels very Arizona, which is where we're from. And then, we just have different, like in the guest bathroom, we wanted it to be very coastal. So it's like green and white and it's just a really like fun, I don't know, we're pulling a lot of different inspo and meshing it all together. And I think it's been so just cool.
Like personalized to you guys.
Yeah. So I'm loving it. I'm loving the process. I think obviously it's easier to say that now that it's getting closer because it's like, oh, I'm actually seeing
it's exciting.
the results and it's so fun. But all good things with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Can't wait to like actually have people over and have it be a house.
I know, to live in it. When you come back from maternity leave, I wonder how just much is going to be done in your house.
I know. I wonder if I'll be like ready to move in.
Literally.
I think I will maybe at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
or
crazy.
Close. I'll be close.
Yeah.
Well, we can only hope.
Yeah.
I'm probably jinxing it right now.
I'll be about to walk in my front door.
How's your house? Because your house is feeling how are you feeling in it? It's feeling cozy
Good.
level of 100.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's when you were saying like, I hope this all works out. That's how I would feel, even as not like, I don't have as much in stake at it as it, but, or as you, but when I would order a bunch of stuff for one room, or like grab something at the thrift store and like not have any pictures, be like, I hope this fits. Like, I hope this works. And then to see it all come together and be like, oh, I was right. Like it did. I had to just trust my eye and trust my like instincts and just choose what I actually liked. And then when you see it all together, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it actually worked. I can't believe it actually like looks good together. Because you're just like, I hope this looks good.
I really believe if you are like using your intuition in the sense of you just go towards what you're gravitating towards, it's crazy how it all just like meshes together.
Yeah.
That's how I've really been feeling about this house, where I went on this website and I was just, that has some like vintage art and stuff, because I want to add just some really fun art into our house. And I was saving things that I just am drawn to. Like I wasn't going based off of anything. I just would be on the site and be like, oh, what colors, or what am I liking that I'm seeing? And I put them all together in a collage and I was like, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Like it flows so well because the colors are kind of similar because it's just what I'm naturally being drawn to. But like, as I was just seeing it together, I was like, this is so making me so happy because I am so drawn to it and I'm so in love with it.
Yeah.
And it will look so cute in my house because it just flows.
I know. It's great.
It's so fun.
That actually, maybe we can get into the meat of today's episode, because that's one of the things that I had on my summer bucket list, or just like something I wanted to focus on this summer is at first I just wrote curating, and then I was like, well, that sounds like literally fake. Like I'm going to curate a look, but having fun, like curating things. Like recently I just little tiny areas of my life, just like curating something that I really like, not worrying about trends. And we always like talk about this too, like trusting your instincts and trusting your intuition of like what you actually like. Don't follow trends. But that's just so much like actually harder to do. I think sometimes you get so swept up in the trends. But so for example, like my beach stuff, like I went to the beach for the first time, like a beach day. Like I've been to the beach, but like we're talking about a beach day with both kids, like setting it up for hours there. And over the past couple months, I've been trying to like curate my beach stuff to have like, okay, I don't want to just feel like I'm throwing I hate my beach chairs. Like I hate all of my stuff.
Towels.
Yeah. And it's just a mess. And I have toys now to worry about. Like I want to get it streamlined more than anything, like organized. And like, I want to like the way that it looks. You know, sue me. And so I've been trying to like curate my beach stuff to have it be functional and fun and things that I like. And like, yes, you could go on a site like Business and Pleasure, or like different sites, even like Target or something, and just get a set and like, you know, get matching everything. But I was like, okay, I like this blanket from this one.
Okay.
What? For what?
I'm just kidding. I think we literally have like a beach set from Business and Pleasure.
Oh no, I have stuff from Business and Pleasure. I'm saying like you just like get it all at one time.
Yeah.
I have matching chairs and an umbrella, but I'm just saying like all together, like have everything from the same place. But
so you could be basic as hell and do that, or you could be a curator and an innovator.
You could have creativity.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
By the way, when you posted your beach stuff, I was literally gonna reply and be like, this is just everything about this is giving.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Also, that beach bag is iconic.
Iconic. I was going to say, so I saw that at a estate sale, which was actually Nick found it. He was like, look at this beach bag.
Looks like so big too, like perfect size.
It's huge. It's literally huge. But it was actually kind of pricey for being an estate sale, but whatever. Actually, I go to like consignment shops and estate sales and I expect them to be like Goodwill.
Yeah. They're not giving Goodwill prices.
$2.
Yeah.
Anyways, I saw that and I was like, I'm obsessed with this. I didn't have any of my like chairs or anything yet, but I've just been like picking up things that I like. Like my beach blanket is like this, what are they called? Patchwork quilt. I got it from Oddly, for those wondering. And I saw that and I was like, I just love that. I'm so drawn to those colors. I ordered it. And then the beach bag. And then I did go get a Business and Pleasure matching set of chairs. But I didn't get like the matching towels. I got other towels that I just liked. And then I have an umbrella that whatever. And then I put it all together and I was like, wow, it actually came together.
Worked,
like I was when I was packing them up, I was like, okay, all of these are like very different colors. Like I have a lot of patterns, different patterns. But it's so fun to do that, at least for me. And I feel like for you too, and probably a lot of people. It's just so fun to like curate something. Like whether it's your dining room, set, or whether it's your bedding, your bed, like all the pillows on your bed, or even like your skincare, like just curating something.
There are
and
so many
fun.
different areas to curate. You could curate like a fun dish set if you're like, oh, I want to be hosting dinners this summer. Like you can curate such a fun, and you can thrift those things too. I feel like
that's the thing is you can go to different places. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can go to different thrift stores or even estate sales, because estate sales can be cheap. Like don't get me wrong, they're not always expensive, but cheaper.
Well, I feel like also just it is nice to like do sets, but of different. So, maybe if you get a set of plates, you can do a different set of like glassware.
Yeah.
Or, a vintage set of platters or like a pitcher that you can pour lemonade out of that's like different than, but they all kind of coordinate. And I feel like if you just go after colors and vibes that you are attracted to, it probably will flow better than you think it will, even if you don't like match them all exactly.
I really truly believe everybody has like deep in their soul
like a color palette.
I
agree,
because I try to stray when I'm going with the trends. When I've lost myself, I will just panic and buy the most popular thing on the site, or I'll go into something and like I will buy. I'm talking about a set. If you buy like you were saying, like the matching plates to the matching cups to the matching this to the matching, basically what the store tells you to buy all together. And I just never like it.
No.
Like I just never feel connected to it. Those are the things that when I'm moving, I don't feel attached to and I want to get rid of them.
Totally.
But I just always find myself drawn to the same types of colors of things that I want to wear.
Yep.
Of things that I want to live in, things that I want surrounding me.
It's so true. When I was like picking out this art, that was coming very clear to me. I'm like, I try to almost be like, let me think of something different. And then I look at all the art, I'm like, it's all the same. Like it's all kind of similar tones, but I'm like, that's just me. Like that's just what I like. I actually want to show you the
I was going to say, what colors are they?
I feel like it won't surprise you.
Yes. Yeah. Love. Obsessed.
It's like all
love that top one.
This one? It's all like, I would consider it kind of like sandy, beachy, and deserty tones.
Yeah.
Like that's always what I'm drawn to is like blues, greens, salmony, pinks, orangey, tan. Like it's just like a combination of all of those things. And that's what my house is basically.
Yeah. Coastal.
Turning into like with the terracotta tile and the green counter. It's like it's all the color palette that I'm obsessed with.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm like, this makes me so happy. Like all talking about things like this make me so giddy. I just love it.
Same. And I can pinpoint your color palette too. Like, kind of more deeper, like some jewel tones.
Like these boots.
Darker. Yeah. Me wearing like the darkest navy right now. I'm like, I love sandy colors, but no, I think, I can, but that to me shows me that you're also in your like,
in your truest self.
You are in your truth as well, because it's like, I see that for you. Like you've always liked, I feel like we kind of are opposites in that spectrum. Like you've always liked darker colors. I've always liked more
lighter colors,
light sandy colors, and yours are more like deep.
Yeah. I love
you. Like, you sprinkle in light and I sprinkle in dark, but it's like the majority is kind of like that. Yeah. More rich, deep vibe, I think, for you.
The integrity of it. I know. It's like jewel tones. I love jewel tones.
And it's like you said, when you tried to stray and you got that like white couch, you hated it. And now you love your couch.
Yeah.
Because it's
I love my couch.
Dark green. And it's your vibe.
And 100%. You know when you know you're living in your truth is when you don't notice really things.
It just like flows.
Because I don't ever think about my couch. I'm never like, I love my couch. Like I just
like
it. But my white couch, I would be literally look at it with hatred in my eyes. Just like, oh my gosh. Like I spent money on that. I'm so annoyed. I hate it. Or like a lot of people have something like that in their house where they're just like, that bugs me.
Yeah.
That really bugs me. Abby was just telling me about the things in her house. She's like, that bugs me. It's just not, it's cute.
I'm not connected to it though.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I said this when my mom and I did our episode we talked a lot about design, and we were talking about how the stakes are a lot lower if you're thrifting items. Like you can get away with, getting an item. Maybe it is out of your comfort zone, or you're like, oh, like this color's kind of different, but I think it'd look cool. And then you put it in your house and you live with it for a week. And if you're like, every time you pass by it, you're like, love it. Or every time you pass by it, you're kind of like,
hate it. Yeah.
It's like, the stakes are a little bit easier for you to be like, I'm going to get rid of it because it was $3, not $200, So that's kind of a nice way to.
Yeah. But when it comes to a marble countertop.
Yeah. It gets a little scarier.
Yeah. Even painting your walls. Even when I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to paint my wall. Like this is going to be the color of the room.
Yeah.
Hope I like it.
Yeah. Well, I love talking about all that stuff too.
I know.
Curating a vibe is just one of my favorite things for whatever it is, whether it's curating a little look for a photo shoot, whether it's curating, like a
rebrand essentially of whatever it is you're trying to curate.
There's a million different little niche categories that you could curate your
jewelry
wardrobe.
stack. I love a jewelry stack.
And that is what I'm really bad at.
Actually, I have been not in my truth with that recently. I've been struggling.
I am so not in my truth with my jewelry right now. I'm not at all. I was actually thinking today about how like I can do a lot of things. I can't curate a jewelry stack. Like
really?
It takes me like I have to try on a lot. It doesn't come naturally to me. Like I'll put on like 3 necklaces and I'm like, oh, these will be cute.
Yeah.
And I look in the mirror and I'm like, these aren't the right, like, I feel like some people are gifted when it comes to like, I feel like you are too, like with chains. It's like, okay, like a smooth chain and then a textured chain. Do you know what I mean? There's different, there's certain vibes where it's like, or it looks cheap or cheesy if you do too much.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's not enough if you don't.
Yes.
And it's like, I can see it, but I can't
execute
it. Yeah. Like, or if you're wearing like chunky earrings, then it's like you have to be wearing a specific necklace because if you're wearing,
I always think your jewelry looks really good. So,
well, thank you.
But I know what you mean. I feel that way about my recent just jewelry.
They also have to like lay a certain way. If you're wearing multiple necklaces and they're all like, they have to like be certain lengths.
Yeah.
So that's also a thing.
Yeah. Our friend Rachel is really good.
She's really good at a jewelry stack.
I'm always thinking about her necklace stacks.
And even her earrings.
Earring stacks are hard too.
I
only have one earring, but I need to get more. I was actually
You don't even have your second hole pierced? No. Did it get like...
It's closed twice.
Oh.
And every time I want to get it, I become pregnant. I fall pregnant.
Wow.
Like
how hard for you. I'm so sorry you have to deal with getting pregnant so easily. That must be so hard for you.
I fall pregnant. Like magically with just a wish, I become pregnant.
I'm so sorry you've been going through that. That must be so hard.
Anyways. No, I literally I can't get pierced when I'm pregnant or when I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Actually you can, but you have to wait 3 months, I think, for like your healing or whatever. I don't know.
I'm kind of traumatized by piercing my ears. I have 3 on this side, which I love. When I stack these 3 correctly, I love it. Yeah, but I only have 2 on this ear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I need to get the 3rd one pierced, but I'm scared because if we recall my last piercing that I got on my third lobe, my 3rd piercing on my lobe literally was
traumatizing.
Blood down my neck, if we can recall that. I got taken off TikTok because it was too graphic.
It was pretty graphic.
It was actually insane.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I don't, or maybe it was just that TikTok that I posted. It basically I got it pierced and then I tried not to sleep because you're not supposed to sleep on a piercing, you know? But I didn't have the other side pierced. So I was just sleeping on my right side. Unbeknownst to me, Armageddon on the side.
No,
blood
it was so
all the way.
bad.
I woke up and there was blood crusted all the way down my entire.
It was
I had
disgusting.
to get in the shower and scrub my neck off. There was so much blood. I couldn't believe it.
That is actually
from
crazy.
a lobe piercing.
Wait, were you on your period or something?
No.
I wonder if there's some.
And God struck me down.
I was gonna say, I wonder if there's hormonal things, because that's why you can't get it pierced. I looked it up.
When you're pregnant?
When you're 3 months postpartum, because your hormones are still evening out.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe, I don't know. Being a woman is complicated.
Anyway, maybe I'll get it done at some point.
Yeah.
The 3rd one on the side. We should go together.
I'm down.
Summer is here, and if your wardrobe needs an upgrade, instead of, fast fashion, you can spend your money wisely on high-quality essentials that will last beyond the season. And Quince is the spot, you guys. They have quiet luxury pieces without paying the luxury prices. I can vouch that the quality is really amazing. I have multiple silk skirts from Quince. They have really nice sweaters. They have really nice leather bags that transparently they just look extremely expensive and they feel really nice. The quality is amazing. Quince offers a range of must-have items like 100% European linen under $50, luxurious mulberry silk skirts like I mentioned, of course Italian leather bags, and 14 karat gold jewelry from $30. All their prices are 50 to 80% less than similar brands, and because Quince creates timeless classic styles that won't go out of fashion, you will have them in your closet forever.
We are talking about curating a lot in this episode, and something that is really great is when you can curate a timeless look for your wardrobe, but you don't have to spend so much money on good luxury products, and that's why Quince is so amazing. One of my favorite pieces that I've been wearing now for literal years and transitions from season to season is the 100% organic cotton fisherman crew sweater. I have it in white. They have tons of colors. It's so cute, and it goes with my summer outfits, it goes with my fall outfits, and it's really, really good quality. Quince partners directly with top factories to cut out the cost of the middleman and pass the savings on to you. So Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium eco-friendly fabrics and finishes. So you can feel good about getting high-quality items that last longer. Upgrade your closet this summer with Quince. Right now, go to quince.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365 days returns on your next order.
That is QUINCE.com/whatwesaid
for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out.
Sorry, were you saying something?
My jewelry, falling pregnant.
So it's basically curating something that's on our summer bucket list.
Yes.
And it could be on yours too. You could pick whatever category you want.
Yeah, and just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be summer themed. That's what I was thinking of, like my beach, whatever. Or you could, if you go hiking a lot in the summer, or your swim stuff, or whatever it is.
For sure. Okay, well, I'm going to start off basic and just say that top of the summer bucket list is obviously just to have my child have a healthy baby and soak in my maternity leave. Mm-hmm. I would like to really, really reflect, unplug, and enjoy the time that I have off.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned this on a recent YouTube video a few weeks back. I really, and I'm sure everyone feels like this. You obviously, once you start working, you don't really get time off. Just in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you start working when you're 18 or however old, it's not like you ever have just
a month off.
I'm going to take 2 months off of working. It's most people don't have that option, or they just haven't done that. And I was really reflecting on the fact that truly honestly, since I was 17, I've been just working every day, at doing photography or whatever it is. And even though all of that has been really fun in a lot of ways, it also I have taken very few days off of posting on social media for literally 10 years.
Yeah.
Very, very few.
Yeah.
Off of doing something in that realm, And I think that it'll be very important and good for me to just really unplug from that for a little bit and not be focused on anything but anything work related, anything social media related, anything updating people constantly on my life. Don't get me wrong, I love doing that. And I'm not saying that's so taxing for me, but I think to just completely let go of that for a few weeks and to be able to focus on just this bubble. Everyone in my life, I've had multiple people be trust me, you never get the time back and you will want to unplug. Mm-hmm. Trust me. You'll want to take the time off. Don't try and get back into it super quick.
Yeah.
And I think some of my friends know my personality and have literally been counseling me on that and been trust me. And so I trust all of you and I agree. And I think it will be so nice to do. And I just plan on being in this little bubble and really trying to just reflect and spend time with Leif and with the baby and read and, you know, if I have creative sparks, like, you know, maybe writing down some fun ideas and getting excited about the future, but like not trying to make anything happen and get back into it. Like that is truly, and that's why I said this summer is going to be a little bit different for me, because I feel like most of the time I'd be like, here are the trips I want to go on, you know, which I do have a few ideas I'll share at the end of some future summer trips I want to go on. But yeah, I think this summer for me is just about like peace and like connection and unplugging and kind of recharging my battery from the past year of like a lot happening and starting a fresh chapter with like new energy.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. The newborn bubble really is just so nice. So it's fun. I feel like it's fun. Mm-hmm. That's like the word I think of, because you have no expectations besides obviously keeping this baby alive.
Yeah.
But you just get to focus on, it is the only time I can remember in 10 years where it's like, that's all I'm doing. Like, I don't have to worry about working. I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't even have to worry about cleaning my house unless I want to. Like, I
Life
just have to worry
like
about
slower.
Yes.
In
like,
a good way.
Bonding with my baby. It's so nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Fun.
I'm excited to not have those responsibilities like weighing on me. And even as we like are finishing up batching, I'm kind of like starting to feel this like weight lifted that I have literally not felt.
Yeah.
Actually ever.
That's
like,
crazy.
In 10 years, I have not felt like the sort of weightlessness that I have been feeling lately of like, I'll look at my calendar and it's like kind of like just empty. And I'm like, I've never felt something quite like this. Like, it's so shocking to me, but it's really good. I think it'll be really good for me. I'm really like, I'm looking forward to it, and I want to just take advantage of it.
Yeah. And it's honestly a good reset of your priorities too, because when you're just constantly in the hamster wheel of working whatever you're doing, and then you get a break for that long, not even like a weekend or a week, it's like weeks where you get to actually reset and you are doing this whole new thing. You have this new set of eyes, honestly.
Like
and then
new perspective.
Like, and you're like, I have to look at my priorities, and now I can go back. And usually it's not like I never want to work again. Sometimes it is, but for a lot of people, it's like, I now know what I want to spend my time working on. Like maybe these things in the past that I've worked so hard on or that I wanted so badly maybe was a waste of my energy. Like now I want to put that energy into something else.
Yeah. Leif and I were just talking about last night about how like as it gets closer, it feels like, I was saying, I'm like, interestingly enough, I feel like a lot of my friends who are moms have like a newfound sense of motivation since becoming a parent.
Yeah.
Which kind of surprises me. Like, I feel like they have this kind of like newfound clarity in their lives. Like, I can see that from an outside perspective. And I was sensing myself kind of like already feeling the same way, where it's like, even as it approaches, I'm thinking less about like my life feels a little bit bigger than just me, and like not self-centered, but I feel like all of my goals like up until this point have just been like, oh, what do I want to do? What do I want my house to be like? What do I want this to, you know, what do I want to do for my job? And it's feeling a little bit more like, okay, like how do I want my daughter to see me like move through life? And it's like, it's a little bit different now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that changes your priorities. Like it changes your mindset. And for me, it's like, even, you know, I've been talking about trying to cook for 5 years now on the podcast, 6 years. And like even more recently, I actually have been like making more food at home. And I'm like, it's interesting because I'll be like making like snack plates for Leif and I with like cut up fruit and stuff. And like, I haven't really done that a ton, but like kind of towards the end of my pregnancy, I found myself doing it more. And I'm like, it's so interesting because I think subconsciously it's like, I want my kids to grow up with like good, healthy snacks. And so I'm like, well, I got to start now. Like I got to like make these snack plates. I'm not ordering like, and it's just already, I feel myself like kind of shifting into just like this like different type of motivation. Yeah. So it's like very cool, honestly.
I know. It is interesting how you would think maybe the opposite. Like now I feel like I became a way more organized person, way more clean person, way more hygienic person, just like pretty much all around. Like I I was self-centered before I had a baby. Like, just, I'm not saying everybody is, but I definitely was considering now. And it's like a weight lifted off to not be self-centered, honestly. Like, I still am. Don't worry. But
Don't worry.
I haven't lost it all. But I think everyone is to an extent.
Yeah.
But not necessarily selfish, but self-centered. And to not be so self-centered sometimes is just such a weight lifted off of you.
sure.
Because you're like, oh, now I can take care of someone else. Is not so much like, I don't know.
Pressure
like
or something.
Shackles to be so self-centered and like so thinking about yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice, honestly.
I definitely sense that in you. I feel like you're so like in your power.
Oh, thank you.
Especially since becoming a mom. Like, I really do see that. And it's cool. It's like, I feel like that about a lot of my friends who are moms. And it's like, I don't want to say it's surprising, like, oh, I thought they'd just lose themselves. But it's like, I guess I just
kind of think that. Yeah.
I guess I've just seen a lot of that messaging too, of just like, again, like all the self-sacrificing that I feel like I grew up seeing mothers do. And now to kind of see like a different spin of like, oh, a lot of my friends have like gotten more motivated to like be on their health and wellness journey.
Yeah.
And like, or things like that. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have expected that. But it is inspiring to see. I'm excited. So
yeah.
Anyway.
You don't realize how much. Okay, I'll just speak for myself. I don't think I realized how much I could do before. Mm-hmm. And then
like
even
time-wise, or what do you mean?
just time-wise, energy-wise, like my tank, it feels like has gotten bigger or something. Like my capacity for doing stuff has gotten bigger with each child as well. Like before I had Case, then I had him and I was like, oh, I still have the same amount of time in the day, but like now I know that I can do more. And it's like I always was able to. I just wasn't ever like
you're not given the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then now I'm like, how am I gonna have 2 kids? And then now I'm like, oh,
you still
I somehow do it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, well, how would I ever have more kids?
It's
like, this
probably
is insane.
empowering though to be like, well, I'm doing it, so obviously I'm capable.
I could do this all the time.
Yeah,
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of my big overarching summer bucket list, is just to soak in this time, and I feel like, I'm looking forward to it.
A little summer baby, so fun. I know. Little summer gal.
I know.
What are you most excited to do with a little newborn? Maybe not a newborn. Maybe when she gets a little older. But like, what are some of the activities that you're like dreaming about doing with her, or are you not?
I mean, when she's little, I guess it's hard to like dream about activities because I'm like, she's just going to be laying there. Like, it's not as much like, oh, I can't wait for her to interact with us, you know?
Yeah. But like bringing her somewhere.
Yeah. Like, I think just bringing her along with our life sounds fun. Like, I feel like it'll just kind of, life already kind of feels new again. And I feel like it will feel even more new with like a little baby that we're like, oh, her first time at the beach. Like, oh, her first time at a restaurant. Like, I'm excited to just take her along with life. Like, you know, when Leif and I go to coffee shops or go to lunch, like I'm excited for her to just be there with us. Yeah. And I'm excited for a lady to meet her. Yeah. I feel like I'm very curious how it's going to go. Yeah. But lady, you know what? She's been really impressing me lately with how much of a good girl she is. I
think she's sensing it's near.
Maybe. So her
reign is over.
Yeah. I was like, I can't deal with, especially we're like in a smaller bed now, and lady will usually sleep on our bed, like at the feet, like at our feet kind of, and she sleeps more on Leif's side. So anyway, but we've just been talking and we're like, we feel like with a new baby and this bed is kind of small, like she needs to sleep on her own bed. Yeah. In our room, but just like on her own bed. And I was really just like, I'm like, oh, I kind of feel bad. And I also I don't know how she'll do. It's almost like sleep training or something. I'm like, great. It's going to be like, we're going to have to tell her a million times, nope, go to your bed. Nope, go to your bed. Yeah. Literally slept the entire, we were like, okay, let's try it. Yeah, we put her bed. We're like, go to your bed. And she went. And then we're like, well, we'll see when if she gets up. Literally stayed there like all night. Really? And then, yeah. And so we've done it for a few nights. And I'm like, literally, I was like almost in tears. I'm like, wait, she's such a good girl. Like, she listened to us and
bring her back in.
Literally, I was like, she was immediately just so obedient with it. And so Leif's like, you gotta have more faith in her. Like, because I've always just been like, oh gosh, how's she gonna react to a baby? She's such a diva. Like, we give her so much attention, and she's just been a good little girl lately. So
that's good.
I think it'll all be okay.
Yeah, it definitely will.
Yeah. This show is sponsored by Betterhelp. We cannot believe it is basically the year's halfway over. I can't believe it. 2024 is just flying by. And, it's a good time to reflect, think about things you're proud of, maybe something that you still want to accomplish this year. When life goes so fast, it's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments for the rest of the year. And therapy can help you take stock of your progress and set achievable goals for the next 6 months. We got 6 months left of the year, and there's still time to make adjustments or work on something that you've been wanting to work on. And sometimes that can be talking to someone. If you've had it a goal to sign up for therapy, maybe this is your sign. Or if you're just feeling overwhelmed in life and you're like, I really need an outside perspective, someone that's licensed to help me with certain things that I'm going through in life, to just get a different perspective and maybe help me not spiral or learn how to cope with certain things that I'm going through in life. And just kind of empowering you to, be the best version of you and to live a happy life.
Therapy is not just for people who've experienced major trauma. So if you do want to learn how to set boundaries, you want to empower yourself, therapy can be for you too. I definitely suggest this if you're going through a big change in your life, or if you are really struggling with just your overall quality of life, something's dragging you down. Therapy is a great option. So if you are thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Take a moment, visit betterhelp.com/whatwesaid today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/whatwesaid. Again, betterhelp.com/whatwesaid.
Anyway, what's your next summer bucket list item?
Well, mine is the opposite. I'm on my grind this
Yeah, you're grinding.
I will rest no more. No, I'm kidding. Well, the curating thing was really something that I wanted to kind of do in general, but I also wrote down some smaller things, I guess, that I wanted to implement into my weekly routine, I guess, because now that I am no longer pregnant and I'm no longer really freshly postpartum, and as the summer goes on, I'll be even further along in my postpartum journey. There's just so many things that you can't do that are little and not the end of the world, but that now I get to do again, that I'm oh, this is so nice. I'm excited to get back into it. So I want to run another half marathon.
Really?
I want to run a half marathon.
Slay.
I don't know when. I'm not going to put any timelines on it. I'm going to sign up for one and then see if I can do it. But I want to start training, and I was realizing that I like to curate my workout schedule, but I like to have a goal to work towards. It's so fun. That's what I was doing before I got pregnant, and I feel like it was super fun for me. It was making it a game, gamifying it or whatever they call it. And it was just fun to track my progress. It was fun to keep moving up, seeing my progress actually happen in front of me instead of just being oh, I'll work out here and there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a way for me to keep a healthy mindset with working out as well. To have a goal that's not body related, where it's I'm not trying to lose a certain amount. I'm not trying to look a certain way. I'm trying to hit something.
Right.
And so we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to try and run in a couple weeks, and hopefully my pelvic floor can handle it. And my mommy milkers. Going to have to get a new, very supportive bra. But we'll see. So that's something that this summer I want to do. I'm going to have to go really early in the morning because it gets hot out. But
yeah, that is nice. It's nice to have something in mind to work towards, like you said, rather than just oh, I'll try and work out. It's well, I wouldn't know. I've never had a goal, but I imagine that it's trackable too.
Yeah.
So it's oh, I can literally see
my times and stuff.
I kind of felt like that when I was in my weightlifting era. I remember being oh, I'm lifting heavier weights, and that means that I'm getting stronger. And so it's fun because I know that there's progress there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see progress in any workout you do, I guess, because even with Pilates, there would be moments where I'm oh, I'm doing this with ease, and it used to be so hard. It's nice to just feel progression in some way.
Definitely. I know. So that's really, I'm going to start walking, running again. Last time I was training, I was doing maybe not too much because at the time I could handle it, but for me now, it would be a little too much because I was doing like cycling classes in between and then like Pilates and stretching. And so I'm going to start very slow and then we'll see where I end up like at the end of the year. But that's one of my goals for the summer is to kind of get back onto some kind of training schedule and just see where the wind takes me.
Nice.
And then another thing that I really want to do this summer that not that it's gotten easier, if anything, it's gotten much harder to do is date nights with Nick. Because I did not like realize the time that we get together alone with 2 kids now is like, I should have taken advantage when we had 1 kid is what I'm saying. Like sending 1 kid to a babysitter or like having someone come watch 1 kid, easy. And now I'm like, okay, I just have to make it happen. Because if I have another kid someday, I'm going to be thinking, I should have gone on more date nights when we only had 2 kids. So I think it's just really important. I think it can be very easy to not prioritize that, especially at the beginning with like date nights. Because you're like, okay, well, we're doing something. We're in a new season. You know, this is just a phase where, of course, we're not going to be just me and you going and doing everything we want all the time together.
Yeah.
Like we always have these kids with us, which we love, but it's not the same as just being able to like just talk to each other. Yeah. Talk in normal words and phrases and not be talking about cars and you know, all these other things with kids all the time.
Yeah. And I'm sure like at the beginning, I mean, just guessing, it's like, you know, at the beginning you're kind of like, okay, well, we're not going to be going on date nights when we have a newborn. Like, let's like get into this chapter. But I'm sure it's easy to just be like, well,
you just keep doing that. Exactly.
Like, you kind of have to actually take a step to be like, okay, we need to like hire someone that we trust. We need to figure out their schedule. We need to, prioritize this time, which I'm assuming is not easy.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's obviously very important. And so definitely want to do that this summer. And we live in such a great place to go on dates too. Like actually a very romantic place. And so I want to try and do that. I don't know how often. I'm not going to necessarily be like
put a timestamp on it.
Yeah, really but try to do it. Try and have it set up so that I always have one coming up.
Nice.
And then maybe Nick and I can like switch off. Like you come up with the date ideas this time. I'll come up with the date ideas this time. So that we can prioritize time together. Because sometimes like after we had Case, it was like a couple months before we went on a date. And then we went on a date and I was like, why is this awkward? Like I literally, what are we going to like, all we want to talk about is Case.
Right.
And so now it's like, I'm assuming we're going to go and then it's going to be like, oh, Elwood. Like now we have 2 kids to talk about, but it's like, we need to talk about
your own stuff.
Our own stuff as well. So.
Yeah. Live your own lives.
Yeah,
still.
Exactly.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
We need to go on some more double dates too.
I know.
I feel like a lot of our hangouts are just like all of us, family vibes.
Yeah.
Or like me and you. And then even like Nick and Leif went golfing. Like it's separate.
I know.
It's rarely like just
the four of us
adults.
We need to find a big group babysitter.
Yeah.
That when you have your baby, we can just send them all off.
True. Yeah. No, that'll be fun.
I know.
That's a good goal.
Yeah. Summer romance vibes.
Love it. I hesitate to even say this. I do. I hesitate to say this out loud because it's giving. Is
it walks or journaling?
No, it's just
okay,
giving.
Well, then it's fine.
Not moving in silence. You know what I mean? Like sometimes just be quiet about it. I want to kind of revamp my vlogs.
Ooh.
I'm feeling the urge. I'm feeling the push to like do something different. I feel like my vlogs have just kind of been the same for a few years now, just as far as the structure of them. Like, you know, whatever. They have, I mean, I'm like, they have a beginning, middle, and an end. No, but they have like kind of an intro and then like kind of the same type of title. Just, I'm talking very aesthetically speaking. They just have kind of like looked the same for a while. And I'm hoping that the time off kind of gives me like new ideas because that being said, I'll think like, okay, I should try and switch it up. I should try and like do something different. But I'm like, I don't have any ideas. So, and I don't want to like go watch someone else's vlog and be like, that's what I want to do. Like, I just want it to come to me.
Exactly.
And I've been waiting for the inspiration to strike, but it hasn't. And I think it's just because I've been so busy. It's like, when are you going to sit in silence and get inspiration when you're just go?
Busy.
Yeah. And so, and I want, like, sometimes I have in the past let that stop me from like uploading or creating content because I'm like, oh, I want it to be different. But I've kind of been in the mindset of like, it's better to just post which I still stand by. But I think, with maybe a small break, I can get some newfound inspiration. No promises of what that's going to be or if they will really change that much. I just think personally I've been craving some sort of like new element. Been talking about it a lot, just creatively.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I really don't like have any specific vibe that I'm going for.
Yeah.
I think I'm just
ready for something new.
Ready for a change. And I have been loving YouTube lately is the thing. So I want to stick with it. I just want to like switch it up a little.
Yeah. Make it exciting again to you. That's the most important thing.
Yes.
Because if it's exciting to you, then it'll be exciting to everyone else.
Yeah. I think it would be fun. Leif was saying we should go into our house with like a lavalier mic and like talk about our renovation and like do like a house renovation video, which I think would be cool. So maybe that would be like some kind of fun video I could do. But yeah, I'm trying not to like, again, force something to come like, it needs to be this. It just will come when it will. And I just need to relax and let it be.
Yeah.
So that's something that's been on my mind.
This podcast is sponsored by Byheart. Byheart is an infant nutrition company built from the ground up to deliver real innovation on behalf of babies and parents. Their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. As a parent, it can be so stressful, all the little things you have to decide for your baby, especially when they're so little. They seem so fragile and you just want to give them the best. And one of the things that can be kind of stressful is finding good formula. If you're wanting to supplement with formula or if you are doing formula feeding from the start, whatever it is that is your situation, Byheart is your answer. Byheart is here and they are to be trusted. So this year, our friends at Byheart, the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, never skim, are celebrating the ways in which they never skim on anything, especially your babies. Whole milk is full of healthy fats like naturally occurring MFGM, which play an important part in babies' brain development and growth. Also, Byheart never skims on protein. Their patented protein blend gets closest to breast milk thanks to the two most abundant proteins found in breast milk, plus broken down proteins. And even better, Byheart never skims on their standards. Their formula is made with certified clean ingredients, plus it has no soy, corn syrup, GMOs, or palm oil. A lot of formula companies do use skim milk, so again, they are the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, which is awesome. So if you're curious about Byheart, you can redeem your welcome offer at byheart.com/podcast with code WhatWeSaid20 for a limited time. Additional terms and conditions apply. Again, the code is WhatWeSaid20. Go check it out.
You know what's been on my mind? A specific place has been on my mind for the past 2 weeks. Don't know why. Like, maybe I've mentioned that I want to go to Mallorca before.
Okay, maybe.
It's in Europe, whatever. I got served a video on my For You page of this girl, like, oh, this hotel in Mallorca. And I was like, that is so stunning. I saved it. I was like, I will go there someday.
Yeah.
And then another video, once you kind of save something, then like another video popped up and it was like one of my favorite restaurants in Mallorca. And it was just this like pasta that looked so amazing. And like the plates and everything was so beautiful. And so I saved it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to Mallorca. Who posts that they're on a trip to Mallorca literally the next day?
Kendall Jenner
and Kylie Jenner.
No way.
And the caption was just Mallorca. I was like,
stop.
Now, don't get me wrong. Mallorca is like not an underground place, okay? And it's very popular. But I was like, wow. It's in the water. We're all thinking about Mallorca.
You're always on the same brain wave.
Yeah, exactly. But that being said, their trip looked absolutely mesmerizing. And I'm like, yep, this is proving that I want to go there even more.
Yeah.
I had written down 3 places that I want to go for a future summer trip because I feel like I didn't know if my answers for this episode would be boring to majority of people because they're like, okay, cool. You're going to stay in your house all day with your newborn. No inspo for me. 3 summer trips that I've just been thinking about, okay? Mm-hmm. 1 is the English countryside.
Okay. Never seen it.
I mean, it's just exactly what you think. It's like beautiful little like cottages
like Pride and Prejudice.
And like, like little farm vibes.
Okay,
it's
cute.
So beautiful. Tea time. You know what I mean? Like that just seems like a trip that I would like to go on.
Yeah.
Spend 2 weeks in the English countryside or something like that in like a house with people that I love. That just really is doing something for me. Mm-hmm. Number 2, what was number 2? I had them written down so I wouldn't forget this. Oh, number 2 is obviously just like a European summer. I wrote down Italy and Mallorca. I feel like Italy, Spain, Mallorca, like all these places that are kind of France, like there is just quite nothing quite like a European summer to me. Nothing quite hits the same. Those have been some of the best times and trips in my entire life. So I really look forward to doing that. Maybe even next summer. I was telling Leif, I'm like, not that I want to go for the entire summer, but like at some point, I would really love to do that. Stay tuned with a 1-year-old how we will feel about that. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I will not be down at all. Maybe I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. But that has been on my mind a lot. And lastly is Montana. I want to go to Montana in the summer again. It is one of my favorite places in the summer. Such good vibes. Just like going to the lake and then going to get ice cream and like walking around and just these cute little towns. I don't know.
Oh, sounds so good.
So fun and just such a fun little vibe. And we've gone to Montana for like 2 summers, but last summer we didn't really travel a lot.
Yeah. We were going to go to Montana.
Yeah, we were. And I was doing IVF.
Yeah.
And it was just like a lot. And I feel like the previous summer, I don't know that I traveled a lot either. I feel like I haven't really been traveling the past year or 2, like as much as we used to, which has been great. And I've loved, I also love, obviously where we live during the summer is
amazing.
Yeah. And so I think that was kind of my mindset last year too, is it was like, we pay to live here.
Yeah.
Why are we going to leave the whole summer when that's like
the best time
to be here? And that's when everyone's coming to visit here because it's the best. And then we just like leave. So anyway, I love a California summer as well. So grateful to live here. And it's going to be another California summer this year. So I think maybe next would be fun to travel a bit.
Yeah.
So that's my 2025
nice
summer
bucket list. I was going to read these when I was reading about summer in general again. Like what else could you really say about summer? But like when we did fall, winter, spring, we were kind of talking about like what they symbolize. And so I was kind of looking into that to kind of help me like, okay, what can I focus on with the intention of summer? Summer can be a time for kids to relax and families to catch up because people are off school. Yeah. So summer's big for, like you said at the very beginning, like connection and family time and friends, like big groups of friends, you know, meeting for trips. Like every time
for sure
Nick's friends from his childhood, like we all get together in the summer. It's such a fun like week or 2. Yeah. New beginnings also. It's kind of the same as spring. Summer can be a time to celebrate progress, welcome play, and flourish in a new chapter, which perfect for you this time.
Definitely.
And then inner seasons, like, you know, summer within, can be characterized by strong yang energy, which is doing energy, and the mother archetype, which is about nurturing and birthing something.
Wow.
So perfect for you again. I mean, and me, because I just did that.
Yeah.
But, still soaking in the newness of it, of being, you know, in your mother era. But also I thought that was interesting, like the yang energy of like doing things because you are more energized because of the sun and it's so bright outside and you're like feeling connected to all these people. That's when I want to like do social things more. And we kind of talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember which episode, but just saying yes to more social things. I know that is not a problem for everybody, but for me, like just doing social things more, like having the ideas, inviting people to go do something or come over, or if someone invites me to go, if I can, just to prioritize that, I think is really fun and really easy to do in the summer because people are usually not doing much. I mean,
they
unless
don't have
they're on
as
vacation.
many responsibilities usually. Like, well, sometimes, yeah.
It's super fun for me. This summer is like, it feels like I'm on vacation because my mom will come visit and my parents will come visit us because I live here. Abby lives here. Now my brother who just got married, him and his wife are living here for the summer or like close by. And so my mom is like always wanting to come out here to obviously see
multiple
her kids.
Of her kids are
and some of her grandkids. So when they come, it's fun to just kind of like feel like I'm also on family vacation. And, you know, obviously Elwood and Case get to play with their aunts and uncles and grandparents and stuff. But it's just fun. Like, it's just a fun family. It reminds me of my childhood, we used to always come to like San Diego, Orange County for family reunions with like all my cousins. And those are some of the best memories that I have from my childhood in the summer, like going to the beach, spending all day there, like my mom packing us lunches. And that's what I want to curate for my kids now. Like bringing them little lunches and packing, making it, getting their sand toys and having a day, like a full day at the beach, just running around, doing whatever, playing. And so I'm just like, that's been the last week for me. My mom's in town right now, actually. So we just had one of those beach days. And it was so fun. It feels like my inner child. Like but now I get to be the mom. It's like so fun.
Yeah.
So
it's like you're not playing house.
Playing house,
but
literally.
Like, you're on the opposite end of it. But
yeah. Like I'm like, I got snacks, everybody. Yeah. It's fun.
That is fun. I feel like there's a million things. We had a little graphic that we'll post on our Instagram with just like some fun little summer ideas because there's so many things that like I had written down, even just, sunrise at the beach, do a no phone day, bake a cake, like a summery cake with strawberries on it or something fun like that. Do like a campfire at sunset with your friends, do s'mores, whatever, get on some sort of workout routine that you love, have like a summer specific workout routine that you're like, I really want to do this once or twice a week. And whatever it is, like there's so many, hosting a little garden dinner party. There's so many little fun ideas like that I feel like summer can just be the perfect time for. So we'll post that graphic on our Instagram. We'll be at What We Said Podcast. Yeah. If you guys want to like get some more fun little ideas. Those were kind of my main takeaways. Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
The last thing that I will say that I wrote down is this is like halfway through the year. So if you want to check in on your New Year's resolutions or maybe your mood board, like look over your mood board and just like see. It's fun to see like what you've already done. Like I'll look and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to put that on there and I've already done that and it's halfway through the year. Or like, oh, I haven't even thought about that. I really want to, do that. And just kind of check in and see where you are with your goals. But also just to round out my summer, I guess, vibe is just play. I feel like the word play has been in my mind. Like, just being present, not trying to, something that I try to focus on when I'm with my kids is not trying to rush them. Like I tend to be a rusher of myself. Like I want to get things done. Like let's just get as many things done as we can. And like, let's get this done fast. Like even if we eat sometimes, like I'll just eat as fast as I can. I'm like, okay, let's move on to the next thing instead of just sitting and enjoying and talking. And so sometimes we'll go on walks even, and Case is walking and I have Elwood and he's wanting to like stay and like kind of go slower and look at the plants. And sometimes I'm like, let's get the walk done. Yeah. But something that I really try to prioritize is not rushing and just like letting them live their life. And like, what's the point of rushing anyways? I don't know. It's just a toxic trait that I have. Yeah. Like it's because I'm an Aries. But so that's like where the play comes in. Like I just want to go relax with them and like play and be with them. Whenever I'm playing, sometimes playing with like toddlers or kids can be very tiring. You start playing with them and if you're not being present, it seems like you're playing for 10 years. Yeah, or doing the same thing over and over and you're like, okay. Yeah, like I literally try to go back to how I was when I was 6 years old and try to be like, how would I enjoy playing with this? And try to literally be present in the game with him. And it makes it so much more actual fun. And he's having more fun. He sees that I'm having fun. So I think just that energy in general is perfect for summer. For sure. It's all about play. Yeah. That's what life's all about anyway. Yep. I hear that having kids makes you kind of slow down in that way. Yeah. Which I'm excited for. I could use some slowness in my life, it is. Honestly. It is nice. Like some patience and some just relaxing in some ways. I'm sure it makes your life a lot more chaotic as well. But I love that. Well, I'm really excited for the summer. Same. I think it's going to be a good one. I hope you guys are excited too. It's here. It's here. It's summertime. Don't put pressure on yourself to have like the most, amazing, crazy. I feel like that's the worst thing to do is set yourself up for all these very specific like things. But I do think it's fun to create some sort of little bucket list and actually make it happen. Like
take that girl's trip out of the group chat you've been thinking about.
Yeah.
You know, try and make a couple main things happen, and I feel like you'll have the best summer. But don't
Definitely.
like get too stringent with it and be like, you know, I have to have this very specific routine. Oh no, I'm now not doing it, because that's kind of defeating the whole purpose. So anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to follow our Instagram, and you can see our cute little graphic, it's at What We Said Podcast. If you're feeling nice and generous, start of a new season, you can leave us a rating and review on either the Apple Podcast app, Spotify app. It's super easy. Literally just click a button. We really appreciate the reviews or just the ratings. It helps us out a ton. And you can also watch us on YouTube. Just type in What We Said Podcast. Follow us anywhere. We love you guys so much. And that's what we said. Bye.